Slideshow. And could I have 4 saints up on the stage, please? Right, now we have an expert here, Mr. Professor Raymond Luxury Yacht, who is going to talk to us today about his hobby. What is his hobby?
Boating.
Boating.
Naked.
Motorboating.
Naked.
Boating naked.
Backwards.
Backwards.
In very cold climates.
Naked. Backwards. Naked.
In very cold climate.
In very cold climates. Boating. Excellent. And whilst he's been doing this hobby, he's had some kind of a revelation. What has it been?
He's gay.
That he's gay. Okay. We're going to play with this. So basically, I'm going to interview him. He's going to be on my television show, and he's going to show me some photos. He's going to show me a slideshow from his latest expedition. And where was that? Zanzibar. Boating, naked, backwards.
In very cold climates.
In cold climates. So he's gonna show us this slideshow, and these guys here are gonna help us out with those photographs.
So, welcome tonight to the show, Professor Raymond Luxury Yacht.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you, yes. It's very good to be here.
Well, thank you very much. The audience is very excited to have you here, I'm certain.
I'm sure they are. Well, yes, why wouldn't they be?
So you're going to tell us a little bit about your fascinating hobby, which is naked, backwards, boating in cold climates.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about it now. You've just come back from Zanzibar, haven't you? That's not very cold, is it?
Well, you may not think it's cold, but my goodness, if you're yachting, boating backwards naked in a cold climate, then anywhere can be cold. If you see what I mean. I've actually brought some photos along, as you said.
Oh, fascinating. Let's take a look at
Here I was embarking with 2 of my shipmates on the first expedition, naked. Now,
Fascinating photo.
yes.
Fascinating photo. So what exactly are you doing?
Well, I'm there on the far left, pulling on a rope, and huh? Yes, and being watched closely by a shipmate there, pointing at me.
Yes.
And the chap on the right there, whose name I was never quite sure about, seems to be showing off.
Yes, he does look like a bit of a show-off.
But at least he's enjoying himself, as I was.
Yes, fascinating. Now, what happened next in your trip?
Well, actually, trip is a very good word, because what happened next was, foolishly, I was a bit inexperienced. I mean, not experienced in Zanzibar anyway. I fell over. Here, look, you can quickly look now, click.
You almost fell overboard!
I almost fell overboard and had to be saved by the man who was showing off.
Oh. So actually, he was a show-off, but he was a very good character.
Well, yes, but you see, this poise of his is perfect. If it had been actually imperfect, he would have saved me properly.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I got a small bit of brain damage, which has had no side effect, luckily. And unfortunately, it meant I got laughed at by that other one.
Oh, I see. So there you were, you're boating, you're going backwards, and you had a bit of an adventure, didn't you?
Yes, it was windy and cold in all the right places.
Right.
Let me just show you this photograph here.
Right. Yes, this is fascinating. What's going on here?
Well, again, I'm sorry to keep going about this, but the man on our nearest to us here was showing off again. It's disgusting, isn't it? Just naked in a tropical but cold climate. There I was, looking pretty terrified, as you can see. Because, well, you know, Zanzibar. It's a frightening place. Useful if you happen to play A to Z, but apart from that. There was the midshipman who was actually about to eat that rather large pineapple you can see,
Now,
which was frozen. Of course.
you had a revelation whilst you were on this trip, didn't you?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, the odd thing was, I discovered that I am gay. Yes. So, here I was. I mean, someone else took a photo of me doing this revelation because it was quite extraordinary.
This is a picture of you having a revelation that you are gay.
Yeah, and you wouldn't expect it if you look at it like this because it's very unusual.
Let's
Click.
take a look.
What was going on here?
I see, yes, I see.
It was the midship woman had produced another pineapple and was as you can see, let's face it, she was trying to arouse me. But it didn't work. You can see by the look of disgust on my face. In fact, what happened was the chap who'd been showing off all the time, he was arousing me.
Oh,
instead.
let's see the next photo. Let's see the next photo.
Absolutely, click. And so, that's when I just had to face the truth. I am gay, and I'm sorry that the midshipwoman was a bit grumpy.
Yes.
But she still got paid.
Yes. Well, that's been fascinating, Professor Raymond Luxury Yacht. You telling us about your wonderful hobby of boating backwards naked in cold places where you realised that you were gay. Thank you very much for coming onto the show tonight.